Welcome to Luplacat. I've received a GA plane and I converted it to the user kit, selecting a base point. And this is a bitmap drawing. And I need to create a substantial file. So a new function added into version 6. A new 3D plane substantial from bitmap. You will see the drawing have been rotated, and the reason is that we work directly in the so-called image definition. So you have to rotate the image so it has the correct view. The next thing you have to do is to scale the image. And you cannot use any step points as it will step to the image borders. So you just simply have to do it as best as possible. In this case, we have 0 and scale. Then click next. Down here on the drawing, you have some main dimension of the ship and all. Add in as much as you can. You got 5 cargo holds, and this vessel have 4 cranes. Frame database. A frame database is an enormously good reference to all dimension. In this vessel, you got 240 frames, and if you look down after the side view, it have a frame spacing starting here at 750, and then click update. You'll see at frame 9, it's changed to 800, and then again on frame 29, it's changed to 780. And if you look all the way out, it continue with the same frame spacing the remain of the vessel. So just save it. Next. You have to select the view you want to add and cut out from the bitmap drawing. So I will pick a side view. So I will take this one, add a rubber band around it, and select it. We have a top view of the deck. The tank top view. If you need to adjust the borders, you simply just click on one of the borders and you can move it all the way just as you wish to fit it in. In this case, I also have an aft view, so we'll select the aft view. And then next. Each drawing used in load planner have to have a base point. And it's clearly showing here what the base point is. So if I gonna select the base point for the side view, it's at the baseline and at frame number 0, the typical calculation point. At the side view, the top view of the deck, it's in center line and again frame 0. And what you will see here is that we're getting a frame line as we have added in. But you can see frame 240 is all the way here, but it should actually be here. So I have a function called scale to frame line. It's coming up telling me to pick frame number 240 in the drawing, not the red line, in the drawing. So this is this point. And the drawing will be scaled accordingly. Then we need the base point on the tank top view, and we will need the base point on the aft view, which are in center line and on baseline. When you have selected all, you just go next. Then you have to define cargo holds. If we look here at the aft view, the first thing we have to do is add in the head cover level about baseline. There is nothing given. So the only thing I can do is to pick a point. It's around there. Then we have a dex level. Yeah, it's the coming up here, so that is 1800, all in millimeter. It's asking for a tank top level, height of the tank top. So in the coming with the head cover, length of head cover, and things like this. But here we have the weight of the cargo hold. In this case, it's have all these sloping walls and whatever, as I need to load general cargo on it, or do cargo planning for general cargo. I'm not interested in the sloping wall. I only want the flat tank top. So in this case, it's 24 meters wide. Then we have the height of the cargo hold. The height of the cargo hold, it's not given, but I can pick it, and it is just under the head cover. Then we go to the head cover, the distance from the head cover starting point from AP. If you look at the top view here, it starts at frame number uh, 193. So if I add in frame starting with an F and 193, and this you can only do if you have added in the frame database. And you can see the heads cover ends at frame 215. So again, F215. And it's giving you the length of the head cover. It's actually totally the same, and the white is 1700. Then we need on the tank top level. And if we look down here, uh, the tank top starts at frame 189, and it's in here at frame 225, 24. And we have added in all the data for cargo hold number one. And it will draw up, and you have to check if it's look reasonable. It will not always match the line in the bitmap, but we will adjust later. So you just continue with heads number two, and again we have the same loading height, tank top height, so more or less the same. If you go here and look at the cargo hold, it means that heads number two is starting from frame 153, and the length is given to 1060, and we have a height of 18.6 meters, and then we have to add in the whole dimension, uh, starting point and whatever. And if you look at the cargo hold number two, um, it starts at frame 149, and it ends at frame 185. Update. It's looking quite reasonable. As you can see, all the remaining head covers have exactly the same dimension and all. So it's quite easy just to go to the next level, or the next head cover, of course. And again, we have to add in, and as the head cover also marked on the tank top, So we just added in. So it starts at frame 113 and the same dimension, the cargo hold at frame 110 and end at frame 145. Update and it's draw up looking quite nicely. Cargo hold number 4. The hatch starts at frame 73. The cargo hold starts at frame 70 and it's end at frame 106. Draw update. And the last cargo hold got here. Again, the hatch start at frame 34. The hold starts at 31. Remember to put an F in front, elsewhere it will not recognize it as your reference to a frame. And it end at frame 56. Oh. So now you have added in all the cargo hold dimension. There's only one thing we have forgotten here is that the understow. Uh, if you look at cargo hold number 1, if you need to edit a cargo hold, you can simply have it understow. And if you check here, the understow, you could pick it, pick the X value and draw up, you can see it. So let's set it to 13.5 meter. Update, and you can do the same for the other cargo hold. And you can see it's updating automatically. But you have to do it for each hold, the last cargo hold. So everything is now added in and expected to be correctly. Uh, you will see that if you're looking at the frame line here, the base point is quite okay. But if you look in the front, you can clearly see that the drawing have been rotated. So it's a scanned-in paper drawing. So not, yeah. We have a function here. So I can rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise. So if I rotate it, it will only rotate a very few time, a few degrees, not even, it's tenths of a degrees. So you have to align it so it's best suitable. What I'm normally doing is looking at the middle of the ship, and you can see there is some difference between the frame. So if I take the top view and I move it slightly aft, so the frame in the middle of the ship, the drawing is most probably a bit twisted and so on. You can also scale it additional small. It's a tenth of a pixel at the time, plus or minus. But if you're happy with this view, it is bitmap, so it's not much you can do. Check your off side view. do you need to move it? You have to select the view. It have to be moved slightly down to match with the tank top and things like this. That's where the frames look quite okay. So, and you can check your aft view, your tank top view. The tank top view need also to be moved slightly aft. Match its frames. And then finally check your aft view. You're happy with it. It seems quite okay. So just go. So now you have entered everything, and you're ready to create your stanchions file. You can choose to add in the frame lines at the side view or in the top view. You can set up the dimension colors, structure colors, whatever you like. So if I want to have them red, and create it as a single leg. Yeah, it's a bulk carrier, so it is a single leg. Right? So you need to create the extension. It will then open the design model and actually just enter all values as you normally have to do manually. But it's taking all the data from the guide we just run through. It's have to calculate each cargo hold. It takes a few seconds, then it's already all is clear. Good. And it's making and it's have now created your standard file. You can save it and okay. And if I minimize, so here you got your vessel. Everything drawn up, everything correctly. If you go to cargo model and you look at that tank top, and if I ask for a measurement, you can see it measure the total lengths and things like this. So it is clearly it has some narrowings and things like this. So if I go to the model plane and go into the design model and go to the cargo hold dimension, and if you looked at the tank top down here, uh, it's have this narrowing going and all the way around. So I want to make a new polygon. So I say new, and I select which one I want. In this case, I want this 4-point double wall. And then I can pick the point because it's very difficult to. In this case, I want to pick it in the model area, and the first point I want to pick uh, is this one. And I want to pick this point here. The next point here, and the last point is at the corner. Point number 3 is there, and point number 4 is in the corner, like this. The height of this narrowing. See, now it's all giving at the level of the tank top. But if you look at the aft view, or side view, it's yeah, it's going on. But as we are going to load the normal, as I only use the flat tank top, so I added in at 6.5 meters, and I save it. And in the poly layer, it's drawn up. It's the same in the other side of the cargo hold. Copy to opposite side and save it. If you look at the cargo hold number 1, uh, It's also have some narrowings. Uh, it looks mostly like a line. So we have to add this one in. So new, select the type you wish to do, and in this case, I want to make a 3-point ball. So I still want to pick my point in the model area over here. So the first point I have to pick is this point. The next point is where the narrowing ending. So it's around here. And then our last point uh, is at the end here. And the height again, set it to 6.5 meter above the baseline and save it. And it's drawn up. And again, same in opposite side. Save it and it's come in. Save your poly layer and you can go to system layers. Uh, to have a frame on, draw it up on the tank top view, a new tank top view. And again, it have to draw up each and every alcohol. It take a little bit of time. Good. So it have drawn up a new tank top and everything. And if you have it with oil, you just save the layer, and you can edit exit your tank top, like your system layer. So now we have everything drawn up, and if you go to cargo model and you go to the tank top, and you can see the narrowing have been added in, and if you start measuring, it's all included. So it is bitmap, so but it's as good as it can do LP. Um, System layers. You have a range of option here. Um, Even side view. It's added in as a independent image. So if I need to edit anything, it didn't use a kit. And when I select it, I have a range of function here. So I could edit it in bitmap, and then it's drawn up because I work with two screens. It's coming up here. So if I just gonna zoom it a bit in here because it's a big map. So if I want to do some changes to green crane, for example, and I don't want to have this included. Fine. You just exit MS Paint and then save the drawing. And in low plano, when you have exited Paint, you can update the drawing. And the only thing you need now is to save and return block. So you got green cranes. If you look at the after you have a lot of text around, and if you do not wish to have all this, go into the edit mode. Again, select the unit image, and you have a function called clip image. You can then start cutting the image in various size, whatever you wish to. But you can also do a polyline. So if I start at this point here, I go up You can cut out exactly as you wish to do. There are no limit in it. And when you're happy with it, you just the image is clipped, and you can save a return. So you have removed all this, and yeah, you can continue editing, adding in at your crane range, modify the drawing, whatever. Use use bitmap in combination with your own drawings and things like this. The only thing you need to do is now to save it as whatever name you wish to give it and save it. And and you will have your ship up here, and you can start your cargo planning just as you wish to.